Hey guys, Cody with CJC Off-Road. Some of you guys might remember our Tremor Dream build when the Tremor trucks were first released. This customer actually saw that build and figured he wanted to do something very similar to that, but a slightly bigger setup. So today I'm introducing this brand new Tremor with a 6.7 Powerstroke. It is rocking a 4.5-inch Carli Suspension kit, 37-inch Nitto Ridge Grapplers, and 18-inch Innov8 G500 wheels. So this customer had seen plenty of our videos and did want a diesel truck that could ride good while going to job sites, things like that, showing up to work, while also haul his toys and have a little fun in the dirt. So we put this package together for him. This is the 4.5-inch Carli Suspension kit with all of the trimmings. If you'll notice, these shocks are not your traditional Blue King shocks. All the blue has been replaced with black anodizing as well as a black hose. This is something that sometimes we do stock and is also something when custom order if it is out of stock. So for those of you who are really particular about color combinations, that is an option. Going from front to back, this truck has the Carli Suspension torch and sway bar, Carli Suspension diff guard, Carli Suspension fabricated radius arms, and then in the back, he has the full progressive spring pack as well as the Carli long travel airbags. Now those long travel airbags are important because when you do switch in the progressive leaf springs, you do lose a good little bit of capacity. So for those of you hauling really heavy or at least have a trailer with a high amount of tongue weight, these airbags are gonna help supplement for that. And that's gonna give you, full capacity in order to tow your trailer, your toys, etc., while also allowing you to let the air down to the 5 PSI in the bags and actually go have some fun in the dirt with the truck and be able to go back and forth just with this quick change of the PSI in the airbag. So it's a really cool setup. It is kind of proprietary to the Carli Suspension 4.5 rear end kit because the amount of travel that these leaf springs do have. So for those of you who have stock release with a block and things like that, it's not quite necessary, but it really does allow you to get the best of both worlds with the full progressive spring pack as well as the long travel airbags. So that is one really good thing to know on this build and actually on the Carli 4.5 kits. Most traditional airbag kits actually will not work because the factory block has been replaced. So a lot of the bad kits out there mount to the block. And secondly, just the sheer amount of suspension travel. We've shown these trucks going up on the lift and how much the rear wheel droops out of the fender. Not too many airbags, and in fact, none that I'm aware of will actually be able to keep up with the system. So that is where the Carli long travel baggers come into play. If you're not familiar with the brand of wheels on this truck is running the Innov8 G500 wheel in 18 inches. The G500 is one of the few forged wheels left in the off-road scene. There's a couple of companies that have forged 20s, 24s, things like that. But there's not too many companies left that do a 17, 18, as well as a 20-inch in an off-road style, true B-lock, simulated B-lock, or even a smooth lip wheel. Innov8 is going to be the solution for you. Now these wheels do come with a hefty price tag, but it truly is the nicest wheel on the market. You'll also notice that instead of covering up the factory selective hubs on the front end of the truck, the Innov8 wheels actually have an option for a complete billet cap and knob assembly, and that's going to allow you full access to your selectable hubs while also matching all of the machining and as well as the finish, or you can even buy them in a contrasting finish to the wheel. So for the Super Duty trucks, I run them on my personal truck as well. I really think this is the nicest wheel option on the market. So again, this is the 18-inch G500 with the matching caps. It is wrapped in a 37 by 1350 Nitto Ridge Grappler. Currently in the world, there's a lot of tire shortages, so we were able to finally squeeze out a set of 37 Nittos for this customer. The 37 1350 on the 4.5 looks excellent. We've done builds with 38s. There's guys out there running skinny 40s, which I'm not really a fan of. But the 37 1350 really does look right at home. No need to even re-gear with the 10-speed transmission while still hauling these trucks, handle the 37s really well. So just really stoked overall with how this build went. 37s do allow you the full range of movement off-road with this truck. So a lot of the guys will tell you a 38 or a 40 will fit. That may fit at ride height, but this customer is actually gonna be able to put this truck against the bump stops with no problems. Not gonna rip any fenders off and things like that. So if this customer ever needed to head out in the dirt or sand dunes to do a little bit of recovery action, this truck can absolutely power through that terrain and not worry about any rubbing, body damage, etc. Now, while the 2.5 systems do ride really well, the 4.5 systems definitely do give you a little bit more suspension travel. So for those of you trying to peg a railroad crossing, whip sections, things like that, it definitely does give you a little bit more suspension movement to work with. Regardless of whether you go 2.5 or 4.5, as we've talked about in many videos, these systems ride very well. So appreciate you for listening to me talk this long. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below, shoot us a call, shoot us an email. We'll be happy to answer any questions you may have. You can find links down below for all the products in this video, and we'll see you guys on the next one.